Hey, I am Thompson, and we are going to look today at the Aillio Bullet R-1 roaster. I'm going to compare a roaster that we've been using as a demo roaster for many months. That's the first generation or previous shipment with the latest model that we've just received and shipped out, and comparing how our unit runs, what it sounds like, versus a new one that a customer has just sent back in because it makes a terrible sound, according to them, and they weren't comfortable with troubleshooting it. So I'm going to look at it and try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so here's part two. This is our roaster right here. You know, part of making this video is people don't have a roaster to set up beside and compare, so I understand that. And I was just checking out the drum movement. For some reason, when I first did this, it was a little stiff. I took off the chaff collector. Here's our fan. It turns freely. Here's the drum pulley. I'll be checking the tension and stuff, but I can, it's kind of hard actually to move it from there. But I can go to the front and feel it. It moves easily. Now, I took a quick look at this. I opened the back. That moves. This was very hard to move. I went to move the drum, and it's like stuck. And then I immediately noticed something. That's just way out of place. So, our bearing in the front and the faceplate here are way out of place, and you can just see right here. Here you go. Here, I saw the whole thing with the bearing move. So there it is. I just pushed the drum up. This came out into the plate. Much better. I'm not sure that's the problem. That's definitely an in-transit problem. Oops, when I just did that, it just slipped on the belt on the back. I don't love moving this against its will like that, but okay, so that's the first thing, is this bearing in place and centered? And we actually had an email today from somebody who was shimming or working with the back, and then suddenly realized that they had that same problem with the front bearing. Push the drum up into place, and there we go. So now I'm going to fire this up. I need to get an extension cord. Okay, pause. Okay, so I'm going to, I'm just using an extension cord. Just for testing. I'm not going to roast.
The bullet is now ready.
Okay, so we heard the rear fan spin up. I want to notice something about this too. I'm going to look into this, but this is a little bit off. And I'm going to try to find out if that matters at all, if that's something I should fix. But it does seem that the chaff collector is okay. So we're going to do a little noise check here. I'm going to check temperature, put 160, start
Preheating.
Oops, got a little bit of coffee in there. Okay, so there we go. Coming over here to listen. Okay, so let's find out what is going on over here. Oh, we're in Fahrenheit over here.
Preheating.
Okay, so you hear that. And what is our P7? so this is part of the sound that's kind of whirring. I would frankly not be concerned about this sound at all. I'm not saying that this is exactly the sound that I had, but what it sounds to me is like a slightly tight belt. But you just think about it, like if it's a brand new, you've got brand new belts and bearings. It's definitely coming from right here. I wouldn't be too concerned about that, and what I would do is start roasting. It's not a rubbing sound, it's not a thudding sound, it's not anything. Just kind of a, let me see. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to take these off while it's running. Oh, sorry. Very quiet. So I want to check the belt tension, but I don't know how this sounds in the recording, but being here, it's just sounds like a, it's really nothing I would be concerned about. Okay, so it looks to me, because of what I know that the customer was describing, that they did not realize that this was totally out of place. And I have the advantage of having this machine here and looking at it and knowing that the drum had like pushed, like the faceplate, the bearing was kind of dropped slightly, pushed up on the drum, it popped right in. Okay, well, I'm going to check out belt tension and such. But frankly, that to me is the sound of a roaster that isn't broken in. A fresh belt, pulleys that haven't been run through temperature. I mean, as you heat and cool and heat and cool, you're gonna, get some, the tolerances are gonna change a little. I think it's gonna quiet down. I'm gonna heat this up and check it out.